Guys, if we don't sweep this NFL Sunday slate, I'm giving everyone who likes, comments, and subscribes to this video free VIP access for 30 days straight, okay? Normally, I give it to you guys for $15 a week or $49.99 a month. I'm giving it to you all for free if we don't hit this slate, all right? I got 5 picks today, 4 picks and a 1 bonus pick, so 5 picks total, all right? 4 picks, 1 bonus pick. I absolutely love these plays today. All overs, all right? I'm so excited. We got some star players in the NFL in this lineup. I'm so excited for today's picks. And guys, I'm taking my NFL Sunday picks on Betr today. You guys can use code TEACH10. New users get free $10 up to $200 bonus on your first deposit, all right? Again, new users, free $10 just for signing up, all right? Use my code TEACH10. You'll get those free $10 and up to a $200 bonus on your first deposit. Now, also for this NFL Sunday on Betr, Betr is going to give you a free Baker Mayfield square, so we just throw 1 passing yard and you get a boost to your multiplier for that pick. All right, so if you don't like my picks, you want to swap one out, use the Baker Mayfield free square, guys. I've been using these free squares when they give them. They're absolutely incredible and really help out. All right. Also, guys, if you want to take picks elsewhere, I'm also on Chalkboard, so you guys can use the same code TEACH10 on Chalkboard. All right, and the new users will get up to 100. You'll get 100% match and up to $100 bonus cash on your first deposit when you sign up. Okay, so guys, go sign up now. Let's get straight into today's picks. Remember, guys, we're taking our picks all on Betr for this NFL Sunday. Let's get straight into today's picks. Okay, starting off here. Let me zoom in so we can get a better. So we can get a better view of today's picks. All right. My favorite play of the day for this NFL Sunday, it's Jahmyr Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards. Really simple with this pick, okay? Looking at Jahmyr Gibbs, okay, this 74.5 line, he's only hit in 4 out of his last 10 games, so that doesn't really seem appealing, right? But it's Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, look at these games when he doesn't hit his line, he bounces back, right? Doesn't hit the line, bounces back 94. Doesn't hit the line, bounces back 91. Doesn't hit the line, bounces back a little bit, but still goes higher, right? And I missed it here. Goes 136. Missed it 25 yards. Stinker. 142. Missed it 39. I'm expecting him to try and bounce back with a really big game, especially against this god-awful New York Giants defense. Second worst team in the league in rushing yards allowed, allowing pretty much 150 rushing yards per game. That is atrocious. And the running backs, they're third worst in the league at 116 yards given up per game. Now, I know David Montgomery gets some carries here and there. They have this mention that Sion Vaki is questionable. I mean, he's only had 1 offensive snap all season, so that doesn't really matter. I don't know why that's on there. It's irrelevant. It's Jahmyr Gibbs' world, and we're just living in it. Over 74.5 rushing yards is really simple. This Giants defense sucks. The Lions should blow them out of the water. I think it's like the spread's like 10 points or something like that. Ridiculous. I mean, the Lions should just trounce all over them. Now that Dan Campbell's taken over coaching, not taking over coaching, he's been coaching, taking over play calling on the offense. You can see how the trend here, he likes to give it to Gibbs. He's had a few games where he hasn't had it like that, but he always bounces back, all right? That's what I really love about this Gibbs pick here against just a god-awful Giants run defense, okay? And the Lions are going to get up big in this game. If they get up by like 2 or 3 touchdowns early, they're just going to feed Gibbs the entire game, all right? That only helps us for this game moving forward. All right, so love this for my favorite free play of the day. Now, guys, I give out my best free play of the day before the YouTube video drops, right, on Winible. So if you guys join up my free access, you'll get my best free play before the YouTube video drops, like an hour or 2 before, depending on when I upload, okay? So, guys, go sign up there. Now let's get into the second pick. We have Drake May over 256.5 passing yards. Now, this one, he's hit it in 7 out of his last 10 games. Look at this. And he's kind of hovers right around the line when he does pass it, but he's playing against one of the worst, like historically bad defenses, not just this season, but like NFL history. This Cincinnati defense is god-awful. Look at this. Second worst in the league in passing yards allowed, allowing nearly 260 passing yards per game. That is terrible. This plays right into our line. Line's right at 256.5. They give up about 257. This plays right into our line. Drake May has gone over this in a bunch of games. I expect him to do it in this game. I don't see why the Patriots just don't trounce over this Bengals team. So I absolutely love this for play number 2. All right, so we got our first 2 plays locked in. Guys, remember, we're taking all of our picks on Betr, okay? Right, new users, free $10, up to $200 bonus for your first deposit. Go sign up, use my promo code TEACH10, okay? Now, back into pick number 3. Rashee Rice over 74.5 receiving yards. Now, obviously, Rashee Rice was suspended for the beginning half of the season. He's always only played in a few games here, and he's only hit in 2 out of 4. But here's what I'll say. This game against the Raiders, the Chiefs blow out the Raiders 31-0 in a divisional game. So they blew them out. We weren't really passing the ball. They got ahead early and just kind of controlled the game and ran the clock out. All right. Now in these 2 games here in the middle, look, you play against one of the worst receiving yard defenders in the Commanders, and then you play the best in the Bills, and he hits it in both. So it doesn't really matter what defense he's facing. He can still hit this prop, whether it's a really good defense or a really bad defense. And then here they don't hit it against the Broncos, a tough divisional opponent and a very tough Broncos defense, like a top 5 defense in the league. So, that's tough there. But they're going against the Colts, and the Chiefs' season is on the line. If we're being honest, looking at big picture right here, they don't have a lot of the tiebreakers with a lot of the lower seeds. If the season were to end today, a lot of lower seeds that would make the playoffs. The Chiefs don't even have tiebreakers with them. The Chiefs really have to win out the rest of the season, and this is a big game against the Indianapolis Colts. And this is kind of a game where we'll see if Daniel Jones is for real or not. That's a whole other story. But Patrick Mahomes has got to right the ship here, and they got to win this game. They're going to be looking to attack on offense, and Rashee Rice has got to be a big part of this, right? And look at this Colts defense, 22nd in the league in receiving yards allowed to wide receivers, averaging 155 yards given up. Rashee Rice has to be a big part of that. We just need one big play from Rashee Rice, right? He's going to catch a few balls throughout the game. If we can get one electric play across the middle where he just darts off, you've seen how fast this guy is. If he just gets a few yards of separation, he can beat anyone and run for like 75 yards for a touchdown, right? And they're even worse just overall receiving yards, giving up 255 receiving yards per game. So Rashee Rice, we just need one explosive play. He's going to catch a few balls. All right, I absolutely love this. Love this. He hasn't been averaging it over those 4 games, but again, those 2 divisional games were kind of wonky games, one against really good defense and then one against a team where they blew them out and they weren't really passing the ball. This is going to be a very good game back and forth with that Colts rushing attack with Jonathan Taylor. Chiefs are going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to get the ball to Rashee Rice, okay? He's going over 75.5 receiving yards. Now, let's get into pick number 4, We have DeAndre Swift over 59.5 rushing yards. Real simple here. Bears' rushing offense has been really good this season. What's kind of been keeping them in games and helping them win these close games. Again, Travis Homer, Roschon Johnson aren't playing. It's really been the DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai as the RB tandem back there for the Bears. Now, for DeAndre Swift, he has hit this in 6 out of his last 10 games, 4 out of his last 5. Look at this, 108, 124, dropped down to 45 against the Ravens, who are kind of on the upswing. 80 and then 90. I mean, really impressive stuff from DeAndre Swift. And going against the Pittsburgh rush defense, that's decent, giving up 100 rushing yards per game. To running backs are giving up a lot of those to mostly the running back. So giving up 93 rushing yards per game to running backs. It's a little bit below middle of the pack in the NFL. I just really love the Bears' running offense, and DeAndre Swift has been awesome. He's been a huge part of that. Kyle Monangai obviously helping out a little bit, but it's really been the DeAndre Swift show. Again, he's gone over this prop in 4 of his last 5 games, averaging pretty much 90 rushing yards per game. So absolutely love that. He's been playing well recently. That's what we're really keying in on. And look at this rush share. Obviously, Monangai's been picking up throughout the season as well. But look at this. Pretty much 45% of the carries go to DeAndre Swift. It's almost half. So that's a lot of opportunities for DeAndre Swift. So I absolutely love this. I think the Bears can get ahead against the Steelers defense. Steelers are just a wild card. You never know what you're going to get out of them every single week. But I love for the Bears to establish the run early and keep dominating in that fashion. That's kind of been their MO in these games, especially in close games, which could be in another one of those games against the Steelers. But they run the ball well, and that's kind of been their forte. And Caleb scrambling and making plays. So love DeAndre Swift to go over 49.5 rushing yards. All right, so guys, those are my 4 picks for NFL Sunday, and now I have one more bonus pick for NFL Sunday. You can probably see it by the title up there. It's Derrick Henry. We're going over 87.5 rushing yards. Now, this Ravens team struggled early on. Obviously, they had the huge win over the Bills in Week 1, and then slid and lost 5 games in a row. Lamar got hurt, and now Lamar's back. They're kind of getting everything back together and starting to right the ship to try and make this run back into the playoffs. Okay? Now, looking at Derrick Henry for this line, 87.5, he's only hit it in 4 out of 10 games this entire season. But kind of similar to what we were talking about with Jahmyr Gibbs. Kind of you have a bad game, you bounce back, bad game, bounce back, bad game, looking for a bounce back. We're seeing that pattern here with Derrick Henry too, especially over these last 6 games. Look, bad game, bounce back, goes under the line, bounces back over 100, goes under the line, bounces back over 100 again. Now you're thinking, well, if you see that pattern, why don't you expect him to go back under? Well, the Jets stink, quite frankly. That's really all I have to say to it. I mean, look at this Jets rushing defense. Give up 130 rushing yards per game. It's 23rd in the league. And then against running backs, slightly better, but they're giving up 100 rushing yards per game. I like for the Ravens to get out early, whether it's Lamar throwing a couple early touchdowns, and then just Derrick Henry just steamrolling the rest of the way. The Jets traded away Quinnen Williams. Was it a week or 2 weeks ago? At this point, he was a huge run stuffer up the middle, and if you can't stop Derrick Henry at the line of scrimmage, or at least a yard or two after the line of scrimmage, you give him that momentum to keep running. He can run for days, man. So a lot of that is why we're playing into that as well. That trade is key here, right? Not having that huge run stuffer and Quinnen Williams up there. All right, so love Derrick Henry to go over this line. Again, this is a bonus play, so you can mix it. You can put this in as a pick as well, or not, or you can switch out. Again, you can switch out and take the Baker free square, right? If you don't like a play in here, switch out for the Baker free square, right? You'll get the same multiplier boost, all right? They're giving it to you for free for signing up on Betr, all right? So guys, so take advantage of that if you'd like. Now, just a quick recap. These 5 picks before we head out. Jahmyr Gibbs over 74.5 rushing yards. Drake May over 56.5 passing yards. Rashee Rice over 74.5 receiving yards. DeAndre Swift over 59.5 rushing yards. Derrick Henry over 87.5 rushing yards as our bonus pick. Guys, I hope you've been loving these videos and these free picks I've been giving you out, okay? And I will see you tomorrow for Monday Night Football. And maybe we'll do an NBA bonus pick, we'll see. But most likely just Monday Night Football. Enjoy your weekend.